to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin. Not a whole lot going on seemingly, but I've got a couple good altcoin setups. World Cup starts Sunday, so got some coins with big upside potential, depending on Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin runs the show, if Bitcoin rolls over, like these altcoin setups aren't going to play out. Like you're on one screen, you got Bitcoin, on the other screen, you got your altcoin, and that's how you know when to enter, when to short, when to long, right? Bitcoin gives you the ideas you need to trade this market, period, right? It runs the show. So Bitcoin daily chart, we talked about the downside target is essentially this measured move down here, okay, 12,000. So you have this break of this descending triangle. Unless the bulls can break up here, pull off a miracle move, I don't really want to even talk about it right now. I mean, there's downside ideas. Could see 15,600, 14,600, 13,000, 12,000. So again, bulls got to show me something different. That's all there is to it. Like you've been getting your teeth kicked in repeatedly. I mean, can you see some type of relief rally, a move to the upside and another rejection? Sure, you can. Absolutely. There's a lot of variables, right? But I'm going to keep you updated daily because we're gathering data every single day. Everything changes. This is a Bitcoin USDT chart on Kucoin. And so this price action is working, and this is a bearish pennant. This is supposed to break lower, and it's running out of room, right? It's running out of room. I mean, you're going to see a move over the next 24 48 hours out of Bitcoin based on this idea. This thing is supposed to break lower, but if volume comes in and this thing breaks higher, then you see a move up here to 17,600. You know, you could be forming another pattern, right? Break to the downside. We talked about those targets. So it's an if-then statement. If this happens, then look for this. Plan A, plan B. Really simple. I posted this chart and talked to you guys about it briefly. Actually, a couple videos in a row. Bitcoin CME futures, right? This is where all the institutions trade. And I talked about this breakout possibly, but I mean, you've got weak volume right here, right? And so the most important thing is when I start to see patterns not really respected with volume, someone reached out and they said, one of the best videos you have in your trading course is let volume be your guide. Volume is going to tell you, really going to help you identify the patterns, the breakouts, the move, what the market recognizes, right? You really want to know, hey, not what I should do. I don't want to know what I should do. I want to know what everybody else is doing or what they're thinking. And then I want to front run them. I want to do it a little bit faster, sooner before they do. Okay. So understand the idea where I will kind of forget the pattern idea. And Bitcoin is essentially working in the mid-range, right? A lot of times people would say this is a no trade zone. If you break and flip the mid-range, you can see a move to the range high. If you break to the downside, you can see a move to the range low, about 14,900. So again, this is where institutions do a lot of trading because it's futures, it's paper trading. Okay, so again, we're paying attention to this idea as well. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person in Bitcoin only group, and I've got 6 groups. You get access to all of them, but he made $2,500 in 5 days just longing and shorting the same coin, Bitcoin. This person, he's had a ton of success. He decided to dive deep into the videos. I've got video series that will change the way you see this market. If you do not implement these strategies, you will not make the money you can if you have more education. That's all there is to it. So he had trades 58,000, 4,500, 3,400, 3,800, 18,000, and 1,600. He went from $77,000 to $149,000 in a short period of time. Banging. This person, and he's an admin in the group, and he's always given himself a hard time. He's like, man, my call outs have been crap because, you know, I've been going home to chart and I'm working all the time. And I'm like, bro, you started out, I said, how much did you start with? Because he's at $3,700 right now. So how much did you start with? 300. Okay, your call outs have been crap, but you're up 10x. Like we've set the bar so high for ourselves in the group, banger after banger after banger. Like when you're downplaying your success when you're up 10x, he took $300, turned it to $3,700, 11x. Bangers. I had so many people rejoining the group, coming back to where the money is made. We're going to continue the discount So right now it's 60% off if you pay in crypto, and an additional $100 off. I'm gonna make sure you're in the best setups, period. Go over to my website, cryptorev.net. Join. If you have any questions about joining, send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. Again, every day, Banger City. FTX. What would YouTube video be without talking about Sam Bankman-Fried? So, SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, cashed out $300 million during a funding spree. He collected $420 million last year, and he sold $300 million worth of FTX, right? So he sold some of his personal stake in the company and added about $300 million to his personal bank account. So he's done real well, and who knows where it's at now, but had to just touch on that. The guide for Bitcoin. Can you say that that Bitcoin is following this chart? I mean, it's moving sideways, right? It's similar, but again, more and more confirmation. We talked about how a huge part of my trading strategy has been stock market correlated with crypto, altcoins, etc. And so is that correlation still valid? And we're going to be able to tell. But right now you got this falling wedge, which is supposed to break to the upside. But this trend line right here has been, price action has been rejected time and time and time again. So right now this is in a downtrend. Bitcoin is working sideways, and you're really going to tell a lot. As soon as the Fed comes out and they announce the rate's 50 basis points, immediately the market rallies. Bitcoin follows. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. DXY, the dollar. We talked about how this thing went parabolic, very strong because they're dumping all the assets onto the market to dump the market. They're obviously raising interest rates. It costs a lot more to borrow money, and the dollar has been pumping. Now, dollar dumped, but you're at this inflection point where, I mean, you could get a bounce here and Bitcoin, crypto, stock market get hurt, right? So again, we don't want to see the dollar bounce here. You want to see it break and lose this level. Okay, so we're watching that. I'm going to keep you updated every day. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yesterday's video, I said, hey, watch HORD. Now, I posted HORD on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. It's a lot easier for me to post a setup over on Twitter at cryptobtc_Chris on Twitter. From time to time, I'll post these setups. I posted a couple today. I'm going to go over those with you. And I said, watch for the retest. Now, by the time I got it on YouTube, it's already starting to move higher. It was up about 5%. But when the price action comes back down and retests, basically revisits a level where you had volume and a breakout, right? You're looking for the strongest group of buyers to buy in, all right? So that's what I posted on Twitter. By the time I posted on YouTube, it had about 5% upside. And then, woke up this morning and we saw 19% gains on the coin pick I gave you yesterday. So even if you just bought it on YouTube, you made 14%. At this stage in the game, you got to be happy with 10, 7, 8, 9, 19 solid profits in a day. Okay, so again, we're going to see a lot more of these. This market starts to trend. We're going to have more of these shared on the channel. So make sure subscribe, and I'll post a lot more of these in the future. CHZ. So this was posted in group, and I talked to you guys about it previously, the bigger pattern, but I found a smaller pattern. This is an Adam Eve double bottom, right? So I'm looking for the breakout of that idea. It was posted on the 16th, about 2 days ago. The World Cup is essentially happening tomorrow, and you've got a mainnet coming for CHZ at the end of next month. All right, so those are news catalysts. Those are the coins I like to trade. Coins with news, because where the attention goes, the money flows. So people are watching this coin because, hey, they make the soccer fan tokens with Socios, right? So they have this huge following, and these soccer fan tokens, which are on Binance, they can pump crazy. But CHZ is the creator of the tokens, and we saw 16% profits. Now, this was the setup I gave you guys was about 5 days ago, and the idea still stands true. Like, you can't just write off a chart because it doesn't play out immediately. Like, this is not happens overnight most of the time. But you clearly have a shoulder, head, shoulder, right? And you can have multiple shoulders, right? It's called a complex inverse head and shoulders. You can have multiple shoulders. If this breaks out of this dotted line, now we already, like on a short-term scalp trade in 2 days, we already made 16% on this, okay? Because it's clear as day. Mainnet coming, World Cup's happening at the end of the month. Tomorrow it starts. So easy money. Now this thing has to break out, retest, and these are the targets over here in these white blocks. Okay, so again, but you have to have the breakout. If Bitcoin does something and just dumps, forget this. These are long trades. You do not long altcoins when Bitcoin, you're constantly, listen, put Bitcoin on a second screen. You could even be watching it on your phone while you're working on your PC. Reinvest your profits. You've got to have more than one screen really to do well. I've got a guy that continually 10x's his, he'll buy, a couple $100 worth of crypto, and he'll 10x his money and then sell it and pay some bills and whatnot, and then he'll come in with a couple $100 and he does well just on his phone. However, it's so much easier. I couldn't even imagine. I've got 4 monitors, and every time I add one, I'm like, man, I wish I had added one more, right? And so this is your guide. If this thing breaks higher, which it's supposed to break lower, if it breaks higher, you're going to see a move up here, and these longs will play out amazing. So CHZ, you're looking for a breakout of about 29 cents, 28 cents, right in this area. Go get Tradingview. There's a link in the description. It's like if you're a mechanic and you got to have your tools, right? These are the tools of the trade. Go sign up for the pro version. The link in the description. You'll get huge savings on that. But again, short-term trade. We already nailed 16%. So let's see what we're going to get, if any, if Bitcoin cooperates based on a breakout of this idea, because they have the fan tokens. Now, ALGO. FIFA announced, and this was back in May, that it signed a partnership deal with Algorand, right? And it's going to become the official blockchain platform of FIFA. So this is going to be supported by a wallet solution. So as part of the agreement, Algorand also is going to assist FIFA in further developing its digital asset strategy. I was looking at soccer players' salaries, and I was trying to explain to my girlfriend, like, this is the most followed sport in the world by far. Like, these soccer players are amazing athletes, and in the United States we have American football, completely different, but soccer's big globally. So Algorand and FIFA have this sponsorship deal. So Algorand's going to work on sponsorship assets, including advertisers, media exposure, and promotional opportunities. So I see this, and I'm thinking about CHZ, what it's doing, and I posted ALGO. And what I want you to understand is this all hinges on Bitcoin. And so what you do is, I really missed this move here, right? I was traveling today. I missed the initial breakout. But you see how this price action came here, bounced, actually double bottom. Actually, after that double bottom, you had a retest and then this move higher. So a great W pattern. These W patterns and these M patterns, and this looks a little bit inverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Now, for this to remain valid and continue higher, you need this thing to flip and act as support, right? So you've got volume, right? Check it off. Let volume be your guide. The entire market sees this right now. A lot of big groups are calling it, right? So it's got people are watching this. Now you need this to hold this level, which it's at about 30 cents. You need it to bounce here at 30 cents for upside continuation. World Cup happens, and it's going to go on for a number of weeks. ALGO partnership with FIFA, huge soccer organization. When I posted this, again, this was just starting to move, and I have a whole team of people that helps me find the best setups. Like, there's no way I could cover the news and market the way I do without the amount of people that I have working and helping me. All this move, and again, it's like, hey, don't quite FOMO into this yet. Wait for a confirmed breakout, or better yet, retest is the best entry. Again, Bitcoin, you roll over, just forget all these upside ideas, right? This probably won't happen. Occasionally, yes, there's an anomaly, right? But for now, one thing about crypto is most people are used to trading longs. How do you give a bunch of long ideas long setups when the market just keeps rolling over, right? And so that's where we got into shorting, and that's really changed my life. People in the group can't even believe the amount of money that they're making while everybody else is losing money. Like it doesn't even make sense to me. A lot of people, new traders, are like, how is that even possible? You make money while the coins go down. And so again, we have very easy 3x tokens on Kucoin. I'll teach you how to trade futures. I got a video on how to trade futures with leverage, right? Small leverage. You don't need, like, I'm talking 3x, 5x. That's plenty. Don't do any 10x, 20x. That's crazy. Right? Got to be smart here. You cannot give your money back to this market. So we're watching CHZ for a breakout of this trend line. We're watching ALGO for a break and flip of this level and upside continuation. But it all hinges on Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin going to do? Bitcoin dumps here. Heck, you could short those coins, right? Now those coins are going to bounce harder than other coins because they have a bunch of news and everybody wants better entry to them. So there's also ideas where if you do get a pullback out of Bitcoin, you can pick up those coins and see nice bounces. And so I quit working based on an oversold bounce strategy because I would just find the strongest coins with news, and I would buy the oversold bounces using the RSI. So, I mean, just real quick explainer, when the RSI is all the way down here, all you have to do is go up to indicators and type in relative strength index, click it on, all right? Next thing you know, this is at the bottom of your chart. And the price, when you see the RSI up here, when it leaves this level, then you're looking for a pullback, leaves this level, looking for a pullback, leaves this level, looking for a pullback, leaves this level, looking for a pullback, right? And so let's just mark these and see what happens. Alt V, Alt V, Alt V, Alt V, Alt V. Now, 5 times. I have no clue how many times this was right, but we don't want to cherry pick it, but let's just look. 5 times. This is Bitcoin. What happened? Okay. What happened? Okay, here you go. Did you get a sell-off? Yep. Here you go. Did you get a sell-off? Yep. Here you go. Did you get a sell-off? Yep. Did you get a sell-off? A small one. Not amazing. Did you get a sell-off? Yes. If you were just trading this one simple idea, you would have made a ton of money. Obviously, you'd be shorting. You'd be shorting Bitcoin, and so you have to learn. It's very simple how to trade these short coins on Kucoin. There's no liquidation amounts. Like, you can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money, but like, these basic ideas make millionaires. I see it. I teach it. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.